No, if I don't get him with the kick, I'll get him with the kitten.
I said, I was just telling Matt. I said he's got his Friday night tights on right there. It's pussy, pussycat. It looks great. I don't know. The best avatars, Matt. Thank you so much for being here. It lagged, so that's my excuse.
How he
does that? God, say that again, and I want to imagine you in the tights.
They airbrushed my crotch out of the picture.
Yeah, is it like snuggling?
You just got cut from the Ryan episode. The other Ryan.
Well, we have a lot of Ryans. If Ryan crashes and burns tonight, Matt, we were discussing this. He might whip it out. So we don't know where it's going, but it's going someplace tonight. You okay with that?
Where are you?
Wrong one. Wrong intro.
No. All right, which one is it? Is it from season 3, or I thought that was his?
It may be on my StreamYard.
A bunch of you going to do when you give it up with people shit.
Yeah, you can just cut it now.
Sparking fact.
I only did that because I wanted to see the tights again. That's it. I can't help it. That's beautiful. What's going on? Hi everybody. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming here. I don't know why you're here, but we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hail the chat. With us is a very, very just exciting. Look at this man's skin. I have never seen better skin on a man than this right here. And he has promised that if we fail, he's going to whip it out for us. Thank you. What's up, Ryan? How are you? Thank you so much for being here, bro.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I really do like Gavin McGinnis, but not when he flashes a penis.
What about his peen? What about the peen? Did you like the peen?
No.
No, okay. Well, we're very open about we're discussing.
I mean, compared to the peen that was shown on Mandy's stream, it was delightful.
There was a peen on Mandy's stream. I didn't know there was.
Oh, you mean seeing it? Oh, I'll send you a screenshot.
Do I want to see it? I mean,
look, Slender would tell you because Slender was in the military as well. In fact, probably even more than me because he was in the Navy. But I've seen a lot of penis in my day. This may have been the ugliest one I've ever seen.
Really? Was it uglier?
Oh, yeah.
Was it uglier than the one you stepped on?
Actually, yeah. It was. I didn't step on it.
Oh, I thought you stepped on it.
I didn't step on it.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I heard the story about the flying peen.
Yeah, the cock in the grass. Yeah.
Yeah, the cock in the grass. Yeah, that's great.
Not the cock on my boot.
Sorry. As long as they're not flying about, that's really what I'm worried about, and that's why we have Ryan. That's why we have Ryan here tonight, because he is the judge. He's gonna be the judge. Put it in the private chat, and he could judge the peen. Thank you so much, brother. Tell us a little bit about your channel. What you do over there, man?
Well, my channel is my name because I wasn't sharp enough to come up with a name because I have the memory of Joe Biden, which is a damn shame. Always full of bloopers until recently, where I started making videos through voiceovers and presentations. But even then, I still fuck things up from time to time. But my name is Ryan Roger Athe. My channel name is Ryan Roger Athe. I'm the host and founder of Reality Based, which is a show I have that talks about the origins, happenings, and enjoyments of fellow creators who I've interacted with for well over a year now. I give my thoughts on a wide variety of topics and people, whether they're my thoughts directly from me, suggestion videos from you great viewers watching, and Rising Stars videos where I highlight fellow creators who I believe will go far as a rising star. So that's my channel, basically. There are other videos. I've created my own story called Tales of the Southland. About 9 episodes have been released so far. Probably another 50 more to go. Because
how does that relate to the Southland Tales movie by the guy that did Donnie Darko?
Not at all.
All right, well, it's probably for the best. That movie was
it's the opposite. It's not nothing to do with the real world. It's a fantasy.
Neither did this movie.
But that is true. That was a god.
The greatest line in the movie is, "I couldn't have killed myself. I'm a pimp. Pimps don't kill themselves."
But apart from that, I do. Oh my! But another blooper. I also make other types of videos, but they are the exception rather than the rule. So yeah, it's great to be here, and hopefully we have a good talk, the first of many. Although it's quite late in the United Kingdom, I'd happily be here every week, especially a few days ago in this fine channel, the Sporking News Network, as I like to call it, SNN, talked about, well, the United Kingdom and government policy, highlighting problematic books and other forms of media, which is maddening in my view, and shocking too. Am I doing well without a script?
Problematic books. What's going on? What's going on over there?
Weren't some of the ones on the list like
Lord of the
Tolkien
Rings,
and
1984,
Shakespeare?
Yes.
You know, like some of the greatest freaking literary minds to come out of the UK are now problematic.
Including Tolkien and George Orwell. Yes.
Wow. My God. That's real quick. I want to say hi to the chat and give appreciation to them. Thank you so much, Keely Chow. What's going on, man? Good morning. Hail, brother. Good to see you. 16-bit mask guy is with us. What's up? I haven't seen the show or Willow, but no biggie. We're going to cover the Mayor of Kingstown toward the end. Ryan didn't have a chance to watch the entire series, so we're going to do that at the end. We're going to have our topics early on. But guys, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Soul Assassin for well, nope, that's the wrong one. Dick in the Grass. Hold on, I gotta find it. Hold on.
Dick in the Grass.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, here it is. It's Soul Assassin. Thank you so much out there slinging links. Great appreciation to you guys. Please support up-and-coming creators. Check Ryan's channel out and support him. Tina Bojan is on the panel, our Clean Your Peen cheerleader. We thank Mr. Bojan every week for allowing her to come and spend some time with us. Calm down, y'all. She is taken, and she was warned there might be a random peen on the screen. Oh,
why are you yelling? All you do is yell.
I'm excitable. I have loud fifis. Okay.
God,
did you hear how he refuses to do the do?
Yeah, dude, he's not worth the do. I don't think. I mean, all of a sudden his other channel has 1K. Look at me, and like now he can't even help out.
I'm helping, Scott. I'm helping.
I think
Scott.
it's at 2,000 now, Scott.
Is it at 2,000?
No, I think. Well, author Stephen Walton. I named my channel after me too, Ryan. That's at 2,000. Los Danos Dragonstorm's at 1150 now.
Wow.
Ooh, well done.
Still not even close to one, like combined to my one channel. That's awesome.
No, not yet. Not yet. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was smooth, Scott. Smooth.
Scott, I have to ask you something. Do you like these Wednesday night tights? Do you think that they're good?
I think his
they airbrush my crotch.
Well, no, I don't think so.
They did me like lamleador.
They airbrushed the burns. The cat is also overweight.
How dare you?
Always something negative from you, Scott. Always something negative. Did you say hi to your guests?
Why do you think we're doing Jim Cactus?
Ryan, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize. You are an excellent YouTuber, and at least Slender Dad and Tina are here. So,
yes. Thank you very much, Soul Assassin. Tonight's stream is sponsored by Walton's Protect Your Wood condoms. Culture and I will be working on that soon. We are working on this. This is going to be a thing. All right. Protect Your Bonsai for the Little Guy brand will be coming out, and the General Sherman. With camouflage condoms so they can't see you coming. It's not about gay. What is this shit?
What?
What is this? Why do you do this to me? Oh my God.
I was just trying to help.
I cosplay as Culture Casino from time to time. He has better hair than I do, but he's nearly 30 years older than I am, so
I mean,
I
he's
hope I
nearly
look as
30
good
years
as
older
him
than all
in
of
30
us.
years.
Culture Casino. Who is that?
He's the guy that doesn't manscape. He's a very furry dude. Looks like Grizzly Adams.
Steven, tell us more about your gay condoms. What makes them gay?
Yeah, why are they?
No, they're happy condoms. They're not gay condoms. They're happy.
Well, wouldn't you be happy? Like, you know, you get to watch football with the guy, and then
why are you insinuating here, Scott?
I'm just trying to help you out, like make you understand it's okay.
You do
They
know
are making me laugh, so
you do know AIDS is over, right? You don't even have to wear those anymore.
Oh, holy hell!
It's in the air.
I'm not making bathhouse soap. But
So
that
are
is a
these
good idea.
condoms? Are they designed to keep you clean when you go for a roll in the dirt?
They're designed to protect your wood.
The gay condoms, yeah.
That's what they're for, Slender.
Uber gay condoms.
It's not gay. How is it gay?
First of all,
kinda
there's
gay.
nothing wrong with that, Steven. I don't know why you're being a dick about it.
I'm not being defensive
It's a
about
pretty
it.
big market out there.
Yeah.
I want to help people. I want to help people protect, the peen. Okay, that's what it's about. It's straight gay doesn't matter.
Walton wants to help your peen.
So are
Yes!
you saying that gay men are more likely to have STDs?
No, I'm not saying any. What? No.
I mean,
No.
it just sounds like you're specifically targeting this group and like,
Well,
hey,
they could be,
you guys
they
are
could,
nasty.
They could be with a birthing person, so you never know. And
I
they
wanna-
might need a
what is
condom.
demand
And
in
here we have a
2023?
$5 super chat from 16
Nice save on my-
God.
Nice save. I got to bounce. I do have to bounce.
Oh, you got another stream you got to go to?
No. I just my life. The pasta ginger, excuse me, is a buddy from work. He makes homemade pasta. Freaking amazing. Just started his channel. He's at 95 subs. Please sub him so we can get him to 100. And also Mad so we can get him to 100.
I'm not hitting the bell, but I'll subscribe.
Thank you. Yeah, he asks you not to hit the bell, actually. He said a 16-bit mascot for $5 says, "Oh, right, Scott was remonetized. Hey, guys, hope you're all well. Always enjoy when I can." And I appreciate always seeing the same faces. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, 16-bit. And Andy, Zombie Box Reviews, another Englishman.
I'm Welsh.
I too have Welsh blood. Is the Isles of Man Welsh?
I don't
No.
think so. They're their own people.
They got the best flag though.
Yes.
All I know is I did the ancestry.com like 5 years ago, and my DNA changed it. Like it used to say I was mostly Italian and this and that now, and German. Now I'm barely any German and I'm mostly Welsh. It's crazy.
I can't
right?
believe you hate your family like that. You know they can use your DNA to catch them if they commit crimes.
Well, you know what?
Stalking fucked.
Rat.
That was perfectly placed. Fist pump, but he gave us a $3 fist bump, and I appreciate that. And yeah, well, you know what? Burn in hell if you get caught. That's what I say.
Okay.
And one thing you do is you never give up your friends.
You gave up your friends. You gave him your DNA.
No, my DNA gave up my friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great night. Ryan, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, chat. I know I'm leaving, but please don't leave. I mean, all 12 of you. It's like one of my Beatles streams. God, my Beatles streams they're like the greatest streams, guys. Tomorrow night, me, that 70s rock person fan guy. Sometimes we have other people on, and they all know the Beatles, and I pretend to know the Beatles, and it's awesome. 1963. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern on my channel. Ryan, you are doing a good thing with your channel, man, and I appreciate what you do. Yeah, man. Yeah. Where are you at with subs?
Oh, I think we just passed 1,460 today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So Walton will be in your dust soon.
Oh my.
Bye, Scott. Let me know when we're doing the OC.
Oh, dude, Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, because I got Sunday off. So we're
Okay,
doing
Saturday it is.
after the dump. After the
All right,
dump.
I'm there.
All right, we are doing it. We are
I will
doing it
rewatch
well.
the first episode.
You
I'm gonna
better.
try to come up with a plan, a show map.
All right, I'll see you guys all later. First to know,
All right,
my
brother.
pronouns are so. Thank you.
Oh my.
I'm not the gay one. Okay, Scott is. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
He
You
is
don't
wearing a
sound-
vest.
That's what's up. No, guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Please share the link out, smash the like, subscribe. to Brian for us. Also subscribe to Scott's buddy, the Pasta Ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Share out links for those channels, supporting independent creators. What we do around here, we greatly appreciate you. So let's talk a little. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna introduce. Let me introduce the poor lady who has not had a chance to even say anything so far because everybody's been taking up air. I'm sorry, Tina. It's nothing I can do. When Scott shows up, he just wants to shine over everybody. But thank you for being here, Tina. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing really well. Thanks for having me. And well, I mean, it is Scott's channel, so I can't complain about him too much, I suppose. But I did get to talk. I let us know we had super chats. So, that was, I think, the 5 words I'm allotted in the first hour. So that works.
Thank you for being the only competent person on the panel. We appreciate that. Oh man, let's wait. Does Walt know? Oh, more than one shirt, not you. Yeah, they just all look the same, bro. No, yeah, I got like a whole closet full of sleeveless shirts.
He cut the sleeves off every one of them.
By the way, selling gay condoms isn't going to help the rumor that you're Vin Diesel's gay uncle in Fast and the Furious.
What is that? Is that a rumor? What the fuck? What is going on?
I mean, look at what you're wearing, bro.
Folks.
I'm comfortable in this.
Do you have Corona in your fridge?
This makes me comfortable. Yeah.
All right then. Well,
what does that have to do with
the only
anything?
beer. Well, this is the only beer that the family drinks.
There's nothing wrong with supporting a family. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a family man. Oh my.
Is he jealous because you still have your hair? Have you ever seen him with hair? Oh yeah. Your nephew has a breakdancing video on YouTube where he has a full fro. It's pretty crazy.
Really?
That's a real thing. Fro? Yeah.
Damn. Any braids?
No, it's a fro. What? Oh man.
Yeah. So tonight's
no wonder he doesn't acknowledge the white side of his family.
What? I don't understand any of what's going on right now. This doesn't make any sense.
I'm pretty sure this was discussed in a previous podcast and could now be a running gag. How are you not picking up on this, Walton?
I ignore. My screen's frozen.
Oh, Soul Assassin's right. Your nephew also did a commercial for Street Sharks, the toys. Remember those?
What? No.
There were sharks from the streets.
I'm from the streets. What?
Good Lord, man. Dark mode.
What do you mean? How do I do that?
What do you mean? How do you do that? You activate.
What do you mean you activate? What do I speak into it? What do I do?
Are you using Chrome? My God.
Yes, Walton, repeat after me.
What?
Computer, switch to dark mode.
Computer, switch to dark mode. It's not doing anything.
Wrong.
It's what? How do I do it right? I don't know.
All right. You see the little puzzle piece up by the browser window inputter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to that and you're like, oh, I need to add a dark mode. Wait, no, you don't have to do that. Go to fucking settings, bro.
Where's settings?
You see the 3 dots by your face?
Yeah. It's not
click
my
on
face.
Settings. Click on the dot. Click on settings.
I'm clicking on the settings.
Yep. Go to appearance.
Okay.
It's
taking a minute.
Text.
Wait, this may not be it.
Put show on the left. Is that what it is?
What?
Well, I'm asking. There's a bunch of.
Share your screen.
I'm not. I am sharing my screen. What are you talking about?
Well, we can't see anything that you're doing.
Is it customized fonts? What is it?
Yes. That's how you put it in dark mode. You customize your fonts.
On tonight's episode of Technical Support with author Stephen Walton.
I'm gonna be honest though. I don't see dark mode
I'm
on
crying.
here.
This is very funny.
I don't. Is it? The bookmarks. I don't.
I don't know. Well, no, I don't
There's
know.
nothing here that says dark anything. All right, we're talking about this stuff. Okay.
All right, forget it then.
Well, I mean, okay. Hey guys, has anybody watched Willow? Anybody?
No, I couldn't get through. Oh man, listen. I didn't want to watch it alone, so I tricked my girlfriend into coming because I started playing Princess Bride. She's like, I know that movie, and she came right out here. I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, we have to watch Willow because I was man, I should be able to get some content out of here, dude. The open monologue about Matt Mardigan is a piece of shit. I'm like, this fucking show, and I was like, I'm done. She's like, no, you got me out here. You tricked me. We're watching, and she only made it another 10 minutes before we were done. That show is garbage. I swear to Christ, at one point, someone called somebody else dude.
Wow. Tina, did you have a chance to watch the debacle?
Unfortunately not. Willow was not one of my, oh my gosh, love movies of my childhood. So
really?
It didn't interest me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was for me. I watched the first 2 episodes and couldn't do any more. That was it. I did it. I think I talked shit on it once and got on Overlord's channel and talked more shit. Then it was done. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't watch any. I just couldn't. Ryan, did you watch any Willow?
No. In my view, Stephen, it was a failed film financially failed film that spawned ultimately a financially failed television series, to use the old mindset. It's in fact a streaming show, but it just goes to show that what was in the past a film that had soul to it may have not done well financially. All that soul had been sucked out of the show to the point where it is now a cancelled failure on Disney Plus, and I don't think Willow will ever come back in any way, shape, or form. And it's a damn shame, because it was a good story at heart, just failed to execute in a financial sense.
Slender Dad, did you have a chance to see any of it or have an opinion on it?
Oh, I watched the whole freaking thing.
Why?
Oh, did you?
Why? Because I'm a glutton for punishment. So when something pisses me off, I have to keep watching more and more of it. I feed on that hate.
And where did that hatred lead you by the end of the season?
It was a complete shit show. The only character they bother making you like is the one character they kill off. I'm not even joking. Willow's buddy, the other little, halfling
LP.
dude.
I guess LP, yeah.
Bonsai
He was
for little
cool
guy.
as shit, and he died.
Wow. And that's it, huh?
Character assassinations for pretty much everyone from the original cast. All the new characters are either ultra strong women or the most hyper androgynous men in the world that may as well never have been born with genitalia, because they probably don't know how to use them.
Damn.
It's awful. Absolutely fucking awful.
Like Velma.
Oh, it's right up there. It's a contender.
Wait, you watched Velma too?
Yeah,
I watched a little bit. I didn't finish Velma, but I had like a personal stake in Willow. I actually really liked Willow. So.
I did
Me
too.
too.
Are you kidding me? Mad Mardigan was my YouTube name
It's no never-ending story. It's no labyrinth. Whatever.
Holy shit.
It's better.
No,
than
Tina. No, you don't
The
get to jump
gauntlet.
in here with your Loki loving ass and be like, well, Willow's not is not this. Willow was a classic. It's amazing.
It was a good film released at the wrong time, like The Thing, a great film released at the wrong time. So that's why it wasn't a success.
I mean, I wouldn't put it on the same
Yeah,
level.
and by
The Thing. I
comparison
love
to
The Thing.
Labyrinth and Neverending Story, Willow had a cult following.
Hell yeah.
Labyrinth and Neverending Story never really picked that up.
Nope.
Well, no, the labyrinth has a cult following, I would argue,
Shit.
but
No, David Bowie has a cult following.
Now, I love Labyrinth. I have to admit, I like David Bowie too.
You love a good cod piece. Oh, yeah.
But now, we're not talking about his package, all right? We're talking about the movie. And I really like that movie. Actually, it's one of my favorite soundtracks.
Dude, you guys should sell a bedazzled condom called the
Codpiece?
Goblin King.
Tina, back me up here.
It's
There is a
bedazzled for your
fandom
pleasure.
Labyrinth. Back me up.
I'm sorry. What am I backing you up on?
There's a fandom for Labyrinth. It's a good movie.
Absolutely. They've been having like what do you call it? Fan-made sequels and trailers for a sequel that never happened. They've been creating them for like over 20 years now.
I've never heard of Labyrinth, so yeah.
Damn, didn't that guy that starred in it came from your country?
Well, I am
Yeah,
23, so
I personally, I was always a fan of Willow. That's one of my go-to movies when I was a kid. I enjoy the characters. You know, I like the fantasy aspect of it. The monsters, the magic, all that. You know, and I was looking. I wanted, you know, something like this would have been something I wanted to see if it wasn't produced by Disney Lucasfilm. You know, it's as soon as it puts that stank on it, I don't know what to expect. You know, I really do. Actually, I just expect something poor. I expect something that's going to be made without any soul, something that's going to try and connect with the kids that they're trying to groom into weird things, you know, that don't know their genders and talk about
sterile zombies.
Did y'all see the freaking the Mandalorian last night?
I have not seen Baby Yoda, but please tell us about it.
Oh, Baby Yoda was barely in it. It was so long, and you could feel how long it was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I was like, damn, how long is this shit? It was almost an hour of nothing.
Do you need to go back and update your video on why Mandalorian is like the best?
Nope,
now?
still the best. I stand by everything I said in there. Baby Yoda is the first great Jedi. He's also a Mandalorian, and he better get his
that's
helmet.
why you didn't like it, because there wasn't any Baby Yoda.
I mean, barely any. Yeah. But anyway, back to Willow being canceled.
Yes, back to Willow being canceled. Yeah, there will be no second season of Willow, Disney Plus live action original series based on the 1988 fantasy film directed by Ron Howard. The news comes 2 months after the 8-episode first season of the show, which served as a sequel to the classic movie, ended its run on the streaming platform. It amassed, God, you know, Slender. Matter of fact, I think I did watch. Now I remember, because you know what? I tried to erase it from my memory. I did watch all the way up to where Willow's buddy died. That was the last one that I saw. And like that was the direction it was going in. I couldn't stomach any more of it. And you're right.
Willow's buddy was the only character you liked, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to make likable characters anymore.
Because they're not likable people.
And now that you guys mention it, that is like one of my pet peeves. Why are they using modern dialect in a medieval fantasy setting?
I'm not
It's not that hard for you to say, like, kinsman, my brother, something other than dude.
I shit you not. I watched less than 20 minutes, and in the first 20 minutes, somebody, hey, dude. Like, what?
Well, the one girl walked up to the prince and was like, so we're supposed to get married? That's weird, huh? Really? You're royalty. You've been taught in etiquette at court, and that's what you say.
Hey, guys, if you could just click on the Pasta Ginger and give him 2 more subs to 100, we'd really appreciate that.
And then that's it. Nobody else subscribe.
Oh, okay. Now I think I know why I didn't appreciate Willow as much. I didn't realize it came out a couple of years after some of the other movies, and since I am much older than most of you, that makes a difference. I would have been a senior in high school by this time, so it wouldn't have been me. Oh, how cute movie.
Gotcha. So you would have been able to be turned off by young Jennifer Connelly in Labyrinth. Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
You would have been able to like. The 16-bit mascot says he likes young Jennifer Connelly, but not that young.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, look. I was underage when that movie came out, so I was allowed to have a boner. Okay, 16-bit mascot. All right. Thank you. That's what it is.
Yeah.
What, Matt? What?
Weren't you telling us about all the cartoons you got boners to last week?
April O'Neil was
That's
hot.
what it was. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
From
Never
the
got a
TMNT.
boner to a cartoon. No.
Liar.
No,
it's a
I'm
thing.
serious.
Oh, and by the way, Jennifer Connelly was legal when
Labyrinth?
Labyrinth came out.
Yes. So that is a legal erection, 16-bit mascot. Okay. Just saying. And so is April O'Neil.
So are we going to read this, or because you've had it on here blinding everyone and all we did was just talk about it being canceled?
All right, fine, Matt. I'll read.
I'm just asking.
Okay, no, that's fine.
God, it's getting brown.
You're the star. Whatever you need. Okay. Willow, which picked up years after the events of the film, did not have the zeitgeist cultural impact of the original. Was it a zeitgeist of culture?
No. It's a zeitgeist.
No, it's zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist.
It's zeitgeist.
Yeah, zeitgeist.
Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
By the way, kind of sad about Zeke being released. You know, I know he's not the same player he was when he first came into the league, but he's Cowboys for life, and he was seemed like a really cool dude. Players seem
He's
to
a
like
Zekegeist.
him. Yeah, sad to see him go.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But the original was well received by critics, getting an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, as if that means anything.
It usually means I'm not gonna watch it. You give me a good 20% from Rotten Tomatoes, I'm on board.
Right.
Yeah, why do they always go to the critics on that? Like you can get an audience score. You can tell the people exactly what the people are enjoying.
And that would be Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which currently has an 83% Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, the people are
audience
stupid
score.
sometimes.
Yeah. Well, look at the mayor of Kingstown. I forgot what the Rotten Tomatoes score was, but it's the lowest one that Taylor Sheridan has, but it also has the highest audience rating.
Yep.
tells you
all you need to know about it.
It tells you what you need to know. The Rotten Tomato critics have been called out for years. They've been showing that they're just shills for how long, so that's like my go-to, Matt, is when I see a high Rotten. You're right. When I see a high critic rating, I know it's going to be awful. It's woke, and it's woke, or it's got messaging in it. Absolutely.
I don't think it's just because they're shills. Hold on. Maybe that's part of it, but I think a bigger part is the ideology. They want to push their message across, so they don't actually have to be shills. It's not even as if it's coordinated. They all believe in the same ideology. There's no diversity in thought, so you'll see things like that.
Zombie Box Review says Tina clearly works for Marvel. Would you like to respond to that, Tina?
I was just typing my response. I only wish that I worked for Marvel.
There you go. Job opportunity, Marvel, for Tina. Thank you. But going back to what Matt was saying, when I see a high audience score, that's what I trust. I trust the audience scores on.
I don't really trust them either.
I will trust them more than I do the critics.
Well, yeah, but they're still dumb.
You have to have that combination of a crappy critic score against a high audience score.
Yeah.
Those are the gems.
Yep.
Which would be Quantumania, which currently has a 39% critic score.
Tina, it was garbage.
Guys, please go see Quantumania. Tina is giving it's the approval. So please go see that movie.
I don't understand how you can love Mayor Kingstown and also love Man and the Wasp and the Quantums of Manian.
Kang is no Thanos. Kang's no Thanos.
We talked about this before. I can compartmentalize things really well. And honestly, I mean, one of the most fun recent comics runs I did was The History of Marvel, which is a conversation between Galactus and Kang, and it's pretty much them just talking about they're the last two living things at the end of the timeline, and they're trying to remember all the people that they've fought against and conquered and whatnot. And it's basically a history of Marvel, and it's really cool. And they're the last two most powerful villains are left at the end: Galactus and Kang.
By the way, Ryan said Kang isn't Thanos. Kang isn't Malekith the Accuser. Did I have to look up the cast of the Thor Dark World to get that name for that joke? Maybe.
But it's Nathaniel Richards, who is Kang, Immortus, the Red Centurion. I mean,
I don't think that's his name.
I don't know. I just keep thinking
the guy that plays.
When you say you can compartmentalize things, are you compartmentalizing your opinion on the movie from its quality?
Wow, that was wicked.
Oh man, that burnt me.
Shit.
I'm sorry. We were talking about Willow, and I got angry, and now I'm going for blood.
I mean, I just got stabbed. Can you pull the car around?
Segueing onto that though, what was your thoughts on that movie, Ryan? Since Willow is so interesting, what's your on Quantumania, Kang, and all that?
It's just all so tiresome now. The Marvel Cinematic Universe had its time to shine, and everything else is just superfluous. it's just all stretched out. They should have taken a break, give people time to digest all the good quality films that they had, not including Captain Marvel. Just skip over that. Ignore Brie Larson. It'll be better for your health, especially if you're a creator. I'm not making 50 videos on one person. One is enough. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was graphically quite a good film, very well done in terms of computer-generated imagery. But I think it's best to just leave it for a later date.
I mean,
Kang is
did
an
you watch
interesting
it on a?
character, but
Did you watch a bootleg version of it? Because I saw it in the theater, and the computer graphics were not top notch. They were horrible.
Well, as someone who has tried their best to give films the benefit of the doubt, especially by modern standards, Mad Cheesemo, I think it was quite well.
Well, I think that's part of the problem. We're moving the goalposts to make it easier for them to pass.
Exactly.
And two, I don't think them taking a break and letting people absorb the goodness that was the MCU wasn't the problem. The problem is there is no superhero movie fatigue. What it is garbage shit on my screen fatigue. If they were making good movies, there wouldn't be people like, I'm over this. If they were still good, there would be good movies. People would enjoy good movies. That's what they like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the superhero fatigue. I hear it all the time. It's nonsense.
No,
Well, Star Trek had its fatigue, and then we got
Because they got shit.
New Trek. So
Because old Trek got shit.
not as bad as the new stuff, though.
Again, you're moving that's moving the goalpost.
The Slender Dad, what were you saying, brother?
No, I just agree with the moving the goalpost thing. It's not that the stories are getting boring for the viewers. It's that they're not putting as much work or effort or polish into the stories. Like everything is predictable, infused with a bunch of, political messaging. We know which characters are going to get, belittled and shit on the whole time. We know which characters are going to be the heroes. And it's usually not the ones who the movie is named for.
No.
It's a formula. It is formulaic bullshit that is just being churned out by the machine at this point. There are no writers. There are no hearts. There are no souls.
The people that are quote unquote writing it have no talent whatsoever. Even with that, they still set them up for failure. The dude that did the Doctor Strange March of Madness tournament, I forgot what it's called, but that last Doctor Strange movie, the dude did it in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They pre-film the set pieces, the action set pieces. So then the director, well, that was because, Black Widow, they had a woman director. So they're like, oh, she can't direct action. We have to do these without her. Anyway, and then they just work around it. It's just so formulaic and factory built. And there is nothing, it's just a thing. Ugh.
And
content.
Disney is the worst for it because they just
Absolutely.
apply the formula.
They would be better off if they let AI write their scripts. I swear.
It'd
they
be
would
more
better
interesting.
Off. Yeah.
ChatGPT-4 just released, folks, so it might be a good idea to ask it, write me a Doctor Strange film set in a multiverse.
Well, I tried to get on them. I was just wondering how they would do an improv scene for 4 people. It did not turn out well.
Oh.
I see good things in some movies that others can't stand. But I'm going by the film itself and characters that I've enjoyed. Multiverse of Madness. I enjoyed parts of that movie. I did like it.
Yeah, there was a couple like, holy shit, they did this. You know what I mean? But then, but if you spend even a minute thinking about what's happening, you're like, wait a minute, hold on, logic's not catching up here. What's happening?
Well, I didn't
they can step on it.
I didn't say think deeply into it. You just kind of. I like entertainments where you could just let go. You don't have to dissect what's going on.
It's hard to make sense of any multiverse. You usually do it when you've got nothing else to write about. So you just throw everything together, so to speak.
You know what we used to call multiverses?
Mm-hmm.
Fan fiction.
Yes. true.
Sliders was good though.
I liked Sliders. That was a fun show. I did like that show. Tina, you like that show too?
I love that show. Jerry O'Connell is like a major crush for me.
Oh yeah, especially when he was in Stand By Me.
Well, I was a little too old for him, so
Oh,
I didn't
got it.
really. We didn't have a crush on him in Stand By Me, but yeah.
Me and Slender, we were the right age for him.
Don't you bring me into that.
he was the fat kid in Stand By Me, and then he grew up to marry Rebecca Romaine.
Good for him.
Uh-huh.
Going back to the article here, the news comes as Lucasfilm is releasing its film slate, taking time to identify the next movie in the Star Wars franchise.
That's
There's going to be another movie.
That's
Meanwhile, we don't need another Star Wars movie, for God's sakes.
I mean,
If
it
they
would be
make
great if
another
it was
Star
good.
Wars movie, it should be called Star Wars: The Reset.
Yeah, bring
Because
the
they-
Yu Zong Bong in and cleanse the damn galaxy.
Yes.
There you go.
Well,
Star
I
Wars.
heard,
Ruined everything.
Star Wars putting the
Recanonize
Force to
extended
bed.
universe and start making that shit.
I heard the next Star Wars. I heard the next Star Wars movie is going to be about Rey.
Oh boy!
They're gonna pick up from that story. Yeah.
I
Real
mean,
riveting stuff.
if you're sitting there at Lucas and Art, and you're like, what can we do next with Star Wars? Well, why don't we take this character no one liked, no one cared about?
Unless they take that character and reset the universe, do the World Between Worlds storyline, reset the damn thing.
Star Wars, the
If
Force
they-
takes a nap.
If they want a cash cow, they need to create an animated series on how Grogu grew up and
Baby
ended
Yoda.
up into Jedi training.
There you go.
Because, I mean, the Baby Yoda's is a major cash cow for them in terms of merchandise, and I really think that that's the way to go. Much
He is
cheaper to
never
produce.
going to grow up.
Probably not, considering what was Yoda like 5 or
900.
6. Yeah,
God,
yeah.
When do you
Dude,
think
as
he
soon as
was able to
Grogu
speak?
grows up, he stops making them money.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, then
Exactly.
they've got at least 100 years. At least
Oh,
Yep.
more than that. I mean, does anybody know when Yoda said his first word? You know how old he was?
Well, he trained Jedi for 800 years, so I'm assuming
Oh.
he became an adult at 100.
So then Baby Yoda has 50 years.
Have 50 years to go.
Yeah.
So it kind of, it just doesn't line up really well
Mhm.
to get maturity, because you figure, okay, by now he has all this dexterity and all this control over the Force, but he can't speak.
Mhm.
But he's
Yep.
already halfway to what would be mature enough to train other Jedi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing OG Yoda spent a few years as, I don't know, a Padawan, a Jedi Knight before he started training them. Yeah, it's not lining up very well.
Mm.
But he's so goddamn cute.
Exactly.
If Grogu can't speak by 50, it isn't going to.
Has Stephen
I want to
Grogu,
see the
or
World Between Worlds.
just
I wanna
me?
reset.
I mean, can he not even,
froze.
Charles Xavier this shit and speak to people in their minds?
Side note, Walton, Soul Assassin is in the chat, just coming up with some really good stuff for your brand.
What's going on? I don't understand. What? Walton brand Star Wars condoms. When she's a Jedi in the streets with a Sith in the sheets. Yeah, that's pretty good. Thank you.
Obviously, those
He'll get
condoms
to
would
it.
have to glow in the dark.
Oh. And she'll give you a burning feeling with the Force.
When
So-
you put it on, it's green, and then when you use it, it turns red.
I don't know about you, but whenever I had sex and saw red stuff, it wasn't a good sign.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't a good joke.
Yeah,
Shit.
no, yeah.
I'm trying.
Or at least have it go when you put it on.
I'll definitely make sound effects. Absolutely. When you tear it open, it goes. That's it.
Oh, you could put like a Bluetooth on it.
Hey, what was that movie that had the glow in the dark condom?
I mean, the gas station.
No.
What?
No. There was an actual like regular go to the movie theater, not a porno movie where the main character wore a glow in the dark condom.
I'm
Clerks?
not. I'm
They
not
worked
sure.
at a gas
No?
station in
Yeah.
Clerks.
No, it wasn't.
You can buy
Clerks.
them at the gas station.
Uh,
The ones that glow in the dark.
Hail to Majinai, hail the Dark Council. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping through. Sorry, we're talking about dicks and condoms
Oh, boy.
right now. I understand.
Tina, I can hear you Googling. What's that movie with the glow in the dark condom?
Exactly. And Skin Deep is the name of the movie.
In Deep?
In Deep.
Skin.
Oh, Skin.
Oh.
Well, that's not much better. Remember,
I mean-
she started this with "It's not a porno."
That's a get right. That's the first thing she said.
It's not
I mean,
a porno, and it stars what's his face? You know, Jack Tripper.
Who?
Is it not a porno like Eyes Wide Shut is not a porno?
It's got
Right.
John Ritter. It came out in 1989.
John Ritter.
Yes, they told you it wasn't a porno.
Oh, it does. No, definitely. Look, John Ritter was awesome. He, R.I.P. to him. But when I think sexy, John Ritter isn't the cat that comes to mind.
That's a shame,
Yeah, well,
bro.
he spent a whole lot of the movie without a shirt on, and like I said, the one scene wearing just a condom, but the lights were off.
Wait,
so.
he was just wearing it.
Hold on, Tina. What? Okay. All right. It's not a porno.
No, it was not a porno, but it was just
Okay.
they made joking about this glow in the dark condom, and then all of a sudden, he opens up his robe, flips lights off, open up his robe, and
All right.
Blonde
So,
is a swinger.
1989.
I mean, since we're
Yeah.
talking about the schlong, is it? I mean, how is it? Was it Friday Night Tights or was it Mandy Summers?
Oh, I didn't see the video from Andy Summers. It was definitely
Okay.
it was more improved than Friday Night Tights. That was
I mean,
pretty
he didn't even
pretty
fluff it.
sad.
He didn't even fluff it. If you're gonna bring it out for people to see, at least prep it. Didn't even prep it.
No manscaping or anything. Like, I mean,
Look, all right, I'll send you the picture.
was it messy?
I'll send it to you.
Did it need to be cleaned? Guys, clean your peen. Clean your peen for independent creators out there. All right, don't make them kneel for Stinky Eel. For God's sakes, do some manscaping, y'all. Good Lord, what is wrong with
Don't
y'all?
flash like the Flash, played by the Flash, Ezra Miller. But
There we go. Ryan knows what's up. Yeah, I don't know what that meant, but yeah. Oh, look at that. Time Prophet says, when I think sexy, I think Ryan Roger Athy. Oh, see? Uh-huh. I'm telling you, don't tease him. He might whip it out. You don't know. He's trying to get some subs. Guys, calm it down, Time Prophet. Okay? Good Lord.
oh my.
It's a damn shame. You see, Brian Saunders says skin deep. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we all know Tina's into some interesting shit. She likes some things that we don't, so she says it's not a porno.
Skin Deep is not a porno. It really isn't, I swear.
We're gonna take her word at that, cricket. Oh shit. I got crickets. God damn.
What?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Check your Twitter.
Check my Twitter.
Slender,
really gonna
you
make me
should
look at
as
this
well.
You're really gonna make me look at this thing? Oh my god.
What did that tell you? Top 5
What the-
ugliest penis.
What the fuck is going on? Jesus Christ. Get that out of my fucking face! Oh my god! Jesus Christ. All right.
What is that image seriously from Friday Night Tights, or is it something
No,
else?
this one's from Mandy's thing.
Oh, okay.
It looks inverted, Tina. You don't want to see it.
No,
all
no,
right?
I don't want to see it. I've successfully not received any dick
Yeah.
pics on
That's
Twitter.
why I didn't
so
put it in the
I'm-
group.
I'm impressed.
Hold on.
Oh.
You don't put that out there, Tina. Don't say I have successfully not gotten any dick
Well,
pics on
I mean,
Twitter.
Actually, I have gotten a couple, but they were like, Dick York and Dick Van Patten and just a bunch of, previous folks from the
looks
chat
like an Audi.
sending me dicks. So
Okay. All right. Okay.
It looks like an Audi, doesn't it?
What?
That penis. It looks like an Audi.
No.
Like a belly button, bro.
I'm not looking at it again. I'm not looking at it again.
Why?
I'm not doing that.
Why, Matt, do you send us a picture that looks like a Nessie photograph? Like, I can't tell what that is. It's too freaking blurry.
I can zoom in. Look, man, I wasn't gonna spend that much
I'm
time
glad
trying to
I
find it.
haven't seen this. I once thought that Mandy Summers was transgender. I actually once thought that, and I
Why
was
would
wrong.
you bring it up again?
But,
Because we're talking about dicks. I don't know. I think, what upsets me right now is that I have now successfully gotten more dick fucking pics on Twitter than Tina Bojan, and I'm fucking upset about this.
Well, let's be honest, Walton. You're talking about working in the industry. You're going to have to
Yeah,
work with
you
a lot
gotta
of
get
dicks.
used to peen. Yeah.
yeah, we are working in one hell of an industry, folks.
Oh my lord! Can we talk about genders now? Oh my god!
I mean, we kind of are.
No, but not in the way I want to. A Japanese actress, Hashimoto.
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 Oh, thank you, Slender. I'm very Anglo-Saxon. I can't pronounce that. Thank you so much. Issues apology after transgender activists harass her for voicing her opinion that facilities should be separated according to one's biological sex. Is that a hot take, guys? Is this a hot take that we have here right now? What the
No, that's
fuck?
logical and rational and reasonable. That's what it is.
You're a
I'm
bigot,
definitely-
Slender. Sorry. I'm sorry. That was
I'm cool
the
with
Northeast liberal in me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's awful. No, it is right. Absolutely. Tina, do you think that that's a hot take? Is that should we separate facilities due to one's biological sex, according to?
I think that's pretty logical to me. It kind of scares me, especially when we're talking about areas in which children are also going to be like at a YMCA, park district, you know, village pool, that kind of stuff. I mean, my son manages the pool at for the local park district and in the summer, and I always worry about any issues he's going to have to deal with and end up being. He's the one who also volunteers for the police department and all that. So I'm worried about it, him accidentally, applying a rule incorrectly or that's not to the liking of the patrons. And then he, all over social media, and now he can't get a job, so. And it's not worth the $15 an hour they're paying him.
Here's the thing, right? A lot of places at this point have a men's restroom, a women's restroom, and a unisex bathroom that's one at a time.
Yeah.
There are not so many trans people in the world that they need a restroom with like 6 or 7 stalls. They can use the unisex restroom if they really want to. The fact that they don't, and they insist that they can go into a restroom that is not aligned with their biological sex, hints at something insidious. Like, I want to go into that restroom because I want to be in that room with people who are the gender that I am claiming to identify as. It's just use the unisex restroom.
Ryan, what's your thoughts?
Have toilets that have one person at a time only. So no communal toilets of any kind. Just a single toilet that only one person can use. I know it sounds crazy, but desperate times call for desperate
measures, right? Yeah, no doubt, Ryan. Let's read through a little bit of this article and see what happened here. It seems that the very same brand of abusive transgender advocacy has the West firmly in its grips, has finally come to Japan as actress
Hashimoto.
Thank you. Hashimoto recently found herself the target of widespread harassment from activists after voicing concerns toward the concept of transgender and biological women sharing the same bathroom facilities. The uproar against the Staccato 3D and 21st Century Girl star was first sparked on March 1st when, in a post made on personal Instagram story, translated by Twitter user Samira.
See you later, Andy.
Take care, Andy. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. She expressed her opinion that it would be better to have public places like bathing and restrooms separate according to one's biological sex. Sounds like common sense to me.
You know what the worst part is? She probably was honestly just trying to offer up a potential helpful solution. And because it wasn't exactly what the mob wanted to hear, they went after someone who was probably only trying to be helpful.
Well, she wasn't expressing the right message, most likely. I mean, we were saying earlier about people trying to push this to get, full-grown adults of the opposite sex in bathrooms or bathing areas with other children, with minors. That's the minority in itself. Those types are the minority. I think they're taking advantage. They're taking advantage of a hyper emotional topic,
Right.
and they're not the majority of
Well,
people. I really believe that.
No, they're not. Well, once they were able to get their letter a part of the LGBT community, it was over because transgenderism isn't a sexuality.
No.
The LGBT organization and movement or whatever was about sexuality, because you can be a trans woman who's a lesbian, meaning you are a biological man who's attracted to biological women.
So it has just greatly narrowed your field of prospects by doing so. You may as well just state a man.
Yeah. Well, that's why they usually keep the penis, because they want to dick her down.
It's literally a transitory phase, and it is converting people in one sense. It's literally in the name transgender. You're transforming yourself from one gender to another. It is a form of conversion, and I think personally it's very dangerous. It's like possession in a way. You're being possessed, converted, and changed into something new and potentially very frightening.
I have I had an uncle who became an aunt, so I saw that firsthand. Now my family, as I said, they come from I come from the Northeast, liberal part of the country. A lot of liberal values there, and the way that my father dealt with that situation was, I'm going to protect my children, keep them away from this as it happens, and then when they get old enough, introduce them to the concept of what had happened, why Uncle so-and-so was gone, and now is Aunt so-and-so. That's a reasonable way to deal with it, because you're talking about an adult topic. This is not a children's topic. This is something in the adult realm.
It's not a hot topic.
It's not a hot topic, right? It's something for the adult realm. This is not the more that the mob tries to make it a children's issue. We were talking about an article that came out not too long ago. The doctors at what was it? Was it Harvard? One of the big Ivy League schools. We're beginning to give courses to teach doctors to identify transgender infants, like out the womb. Yeah. Out the womb. Oh, this is a transgender. How the hell do you identify that? How in the hell is that in any way reasonable, logical, or medical? There is a concerted effort, in my opinion, to distort the fabric of reality when it comes to the differences between the two sexes. If you are an adult that feels like you're a man in a woman's body or whatnot, and you want to go ahead and mutilate yourself or go through a transformation, go right ahead and do that. You have every right to live your life how you want to live it. If that's going to make you feel better, feel more complete, feel whole, please do. But trying to introduce the idea that we can have children making these decisions, that we're now placing them upon infants. All of these things, trying to mix up minors in this conversation, is evil, frankly, to me. And it looks like grooming. That's all. And it just all looks like grooming to me.
Well, no, I think there's another part of it too, of trying to get affirmation. It's they always want people to affirm who they are. Like, oh, use my pronouns. Like, what are you talking about? I don't use pronouns when I speak to someone. You're telling me to change my language when you're not even around, right? It's
what better way to affirm yourself than spreading your ideology to other people, and that's exactly what's happening.
If you have to go to such lengths to just affirm who you are, you may want to think about what it is you're identifying as, because clearly you don't even believe it, or you have your doubts. If you have to have everybody around you affirm who you are, you clearly have doubts that whether or not you're doing the same thing, which is why you run to the Reddits and to the Twitters, and why you want representation.
They go
everywhere.
Absolutely insane, don't they? We laugh at it when they do that, but that's what happens when the ideology isn't working on people who disagree, and these people go absolutely insane. That's why I think it's a form of possession, because they're not their own people. It's the ideology that sucked the soul out of these poor people. And it's a damn shame.
Well, can we touch on the pronouns thing again? Because I have some issues with the pronouns thing in particular.
Go right ahead.
Pronouns aren't proper. Like, they are designed as a verbal shorthand for me to describe my perception of the world to other people. When you muddy up the waters, because if I tell you, yeah, I saw this guy, he's pretty cool, blah, 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 you start to form a picture of a male because I used he. If I say she, you will start to form a picture of a female. Like, when you muddy the waters like this, you are eroding everyone else's ability to properly perceive and understand the world around them because words are losing their fucking meanings.
So when I say Zer or Zim, you don't know who I'm talking about?
The only thing I can picture is blue hair.
Borg pronouns. Those are Borg pronouns.
Yes. Yes. Well said.
Well, this is getting boring. Let's move on with the article. Get it? Nailed it.
Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, one
Borg.
thing I wanted to say was kind of touching on what Tina had said earlier. When it comes to like bathing or restrooms, you know what I said. You know, that is not exclusionary. Making someone go to a restroom or use a bathing area for the what they were born as, that's not exclusionary in any way. Take your argument up with you know, God or you know, your God or whatever it is about that, because it doesn't have anything to do with you're not infringing on anyone's rights. I just don't see the argument. I don't see any argument in this from activists.
And for me, my litmus test is Caitlyn Jenner. And if she says this is all wrong, then I'm thinking that's pretty much all you have to judge by.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well said, Tina. Well said.
I mean, I can't read any of that shit.
No, we're gonna go.
Except for the LGBTQ plus.
It's still wrong. It's LGBTQ2SAI plus.
That sounds like a Borg code to me.
There's two. You missed. There's like two I's in there.
Damn it!
Oh
Sorry.
my Lord. God, what? Stop moving the goalpost. Perhaps for the LGBTQ people, they may feel like they are forced to endure, and this makes my heart hurt to imagine. But as a woman, I would be very wary and fearful if I were to physically encounter a male person in a public facility where I would not be able to talk and communicate with the other person, no matter what gender of mind they are. I don't want to hurt them with that kind of attitude. The LGBTQ plus community has been very supportive of this issue, especially women, she added. I hope that you raise your voice that there is a high risk for sexual assault. I am deeply grateful for the support because I see it. All right. Anything to flip out about that statement? I don't see really anything to flip out or have a problem with, an issue with. I don't know. Slender, what do you think, buddy? Common sense or not?
It's total common sense. And I mean, there are evidentiary examples of this exact thing happening. And I mean, it's not going to happen if a woman goes into the guy's bathroom. Like, nobody's going to, like, a guy is not going to care. He's going to be like, why is there a girl in here? Whatever. I'm taking a piss. But like, if a 250-pound dude that's built like a brick shithouse but happens to be wearing a skirt goes into a women's restroom, there is no woman in that restroom who is going to be able to stop him from doing whatever the hell he wants.
And they're not going to feel safe. I wouldn't imagine they'd feel safe. I mean, there's only one woman on the panel. So, I mean, Tina, how would you feel?
I think I can speak for women on this one.
Oh my God, Matt.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Tina.
Tina, how would you feel as a woman in that situation?
I would say that I would be very uncomfortable. I'm not a Karen, so I'm not going to run out and scream that, you know, somebody shouldn't be there or whatever. But I'm also not comfortable because there's an age group where, like, if you're under maybe 6 or 7, you can run around the world naked and you don't care. And then when you hit age, I don't know if it's 70 or above, you can run around naked and not care. But there's that ages in the middle, and I fall into that area. So, I mean, when I go into a locker room, I want to find a place to change that is not out in the open if I'm going to completely undress. And I think that if a transgender woman came and did the same thing as me, and then I don't even need to know that they were transgender, then yay, cool. I'm not worried because I wasn't presented with any actions or words that made me feel threatened.
Mhm.
But if some as described by Slender, if some 250-pound dude comes, walking in, and he and everything God gave him is hanging out all over the place, then I would definitely feel uncomfortable. Though I mean, I have to admit though that I was a victim of SA in college, so I could have a little bit of a kind of over worried view of being vulnerable in a situation like that. So I can't say I speak for every woman.
Well, I mean, it's a potential, that is a potential to the person who's been through SA, in that situation. So, I mean, that's very threatening and jarring, especially if a person had just been through that. It's a precarious situation, a precarious proposal,
I
Go
do
ahead.
like to see that men have more opportunities in sports and Jeopardy, because there wasn't enough wins for men.
Thank you, Matt. Matt, when you were an officer, was there any kind of training dealing with this situation, dealing with transgender or any type of situation like this?
No, that really didn't come. I mean, it came up a couple of times. There was this one dude, DWI, but before he was released, he's trying to flush his bra and his panties that he had on, because I guess his kids didn't know. That was pretty interesting. No, but
Was he
I got
able
out
to flush the
before
bra
this
and
hit.
panties?
No, it caused a huge mess. Yeah, we sprayed him with the OC.
Oh my!
What?
I mean,
he should have made a mess. It's pretty simple.
I mean, quite frankly, for me, I don't want a woman in a dude's bathroom because I don't want to hear him take a dump. I don't want to know that a woman takes a crap. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Destroys the mystique. As far as I'm concerned, women don't shit. I don't.
Yeah, they're a lot like Kim Jong-un in that way. They don't have buttholes.
Yes. Yeah. It just disappears.
They can't talk to dolphins, though. Only Kim Jong-un.
Dude, and any way you can carve it up, that should not be a shared space. It is a human instinct. You are at your most vulnerable when your pants are around your ankles.
True.
Period.
Yeah. When you're taking.
It's just that too. How dare you just start using the urinal right next to me, bro? There's 12 open urinals. Why are you right next to me? I don't know you.
Does he make eye contact with you?
Of course he does.
Okay.
The worst is when he smacks your ass when he's done.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and if there aren't those little dividers that stick out between the urinals, it's just like, oh, why are you standing next to me, dude? Go to the other side.
Like, are you always afraid somebody's gonna look, Slender? Like when you're peeing in a trough, you ever go to like a trough, the trough peeing thing?
Here's the thing, Walton. If you had ever seen my genitalia, you wouldn't be able to get it out of your head. You'd be obsessed with it.
Okay.
I have to worry about that every day.
Is that weird looking?
It's amazing. It's like genitals.
Wow.
So you're going to be getting the General Sherman Walton Protect Your Wood condoms, is what you're trying to say.
The what?
I mean, as someone who calls himself Slender Dad, I will say it's the only girthy part about me.
Oh
Damn,
boy.
man. It's like are we talking like Arizona can? Are we talking like a 40? What are we,
Yeah,
Why are you so interested in his dick? You're the only one asking questions like, please describe your dick to me more, Slender.
It's as big as a monster and twice as long.
Oh my God, man!
Well,
what are you trying to infer?
He is the father of Slender Man, so
Yeah. Thank you. All right, let's continue on with this article because apparently I'm triggering people. I'm just asking questions. Let's see.
I just don't want you to get too distracted.
You're asking a lot of questions that go down a very specific line of reasoning.
I'm looking at this potential bunt.
I'm just asking questions here about his dick. Nothing wrong with it.
I'm looking at this potential bunt. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. All right, excuse me. I was just asking questions. Unsurprisingly, this post drew Hadamoto the ire of Japan's transgender. There's transgender activists in Japan too. Many of
There's
whom
3.
And you can't tell them apart. They all look exactly the same.
So 2 are sock puppet accounts. All right.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Um, Japan's transgender activists, many of whom subsequently took to social media to decry the actress and her as a transphobic bigot. Last night, I was really shocked to see that Hashimoto, Instagram contained transphobic content. I
You should
found
do it
out
in the accent.
Last night, I was really shocked to see that AI Hashimoto Insta story contained transphobic content. Wrote Waka Chang before admitting I can't see without my glasses, but I look Asian. Where was I? Before admitting, quote, I found out in the middle of the night and sent it to the contact at the office and to the DM of Miss Hashimoto Insta story, asking her to see and read this and praying that she would, quote, please stay in her lane, unquote.
Oh boy, you jumped
would-
right on that.
Yeah, I would like to state that I use my excuse for not being able to read shit for being too Anglo-Saxon, and Ryan actually did the accent and read the words. I can't pronounce them.
I wish I could actually see it without my glasses because it would be more convincing because I look Asian.
I think you're okay because it is a quote. So it's
Yeah.
like, if you quote Shredder, like the pizza okay. That's not racist. That's just quoting Splinter, Or Shredder, the babies. If you can't tell, Secret of the Ooze was my favorite.
I identify as Asian when I do it. Okay?
There you go. See, you're very fluid. I'm glad to have you here, Ryan. Thank you.
I don't like the way you said that. You're very fluid.
What's wrong with the way I speak?
I don't know. Are you from? Oh, that's right. You're from Philly. I was like, you got that weird East Coast, like almost New Jersey accent to you.
A lot of gay frogs in Jersey.
And it's important to note that the DEI initiatives are now actually DEIB
Yes.
initiatives. No,
Uh-huh.
B for
Oh.
B as in boy, because
Oh.
the B now stands for belonging.
Oh.
So it's another part of diversity, inclusion, and equity is belonging to a
keep you in the
society
cult.
or group of people. Exactly.
Because they're bleeding out.
Exactly. So it is now officially the DEEB stuff instead of DEI. It's DEIB.
Oh my God. What are you belonging to? What's the belonging mean? What?
Belonging to a community.
Yeah, belonging
Dude,
to the
inclusion
cult.
and belonging are the same effing thing.
Belonging works. Inclusion doesn't. Come on, stay in the cult.
My
You
bad.
belong here. You're ours now.
Yeah, just let it happen, right? Don't fight it. Okay. Thank you. I understand now. Okay.
I have a headache in my eye.
Another activist, seriously, can't remember what habitat. Seriously, do I have to say it persistently? Don't get involved in discussions about transgender in women's spaces because the discussion of the topic itself is complicit in trans discrimination. Hashimoto is on board with trans hate and is doing nothing. So it's like, don't take it, bitch. I'm gonna bring my dick into your bathroom in your bath, and you can't say anything about it. That's by its nature, isn't that exclusion by its nature?
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of the whole talking about it is discrimination.
Mm.
Fuck off. Like, I'm sorry, but this is how we as human beings have communicated and come to understandings since time immemorial.
Well, there are only two ways human beings can sort things out, either through jaw or through war. And since those lunatics are outnumbered by the rest of humanity, they better stay in regards to the jaw. Otherwise, the things they complain about might just happen to them. So you never know. You cry wolf enough times, folks, and then the wolves come, and then no one helps you out.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm looking. Hold on, I'm bringing another article up, and I can't even talk. My browser's going to twip out. You know that, right?
Yeah. By the way, yes, somebody did realize that DIE was too obvious.
Yeah.
What? Wait a
Well,
minute.
Diversity, inclusion, and equity
Yeah.
die.
I wonder how long
within-
it.
And
You know, that's how
well-
they did that in the beginning, and they're like, "Wait a minute."
Actually, I've in at least where I work and the training that we develop, which is specifically on this initiative,
Mhm.
we have always referred to it as DEI. I've never seen it referred to as DIE, except when you know, more mainstream or conservative folks are making fun of it.
Oh boy.
Maybe it was to highlight the switcheroo. Let's just move these letters, and none of our supporters will notice because socialists have the intellectual capacity of a parsnip.
Steven, are we done? Are we done with
And
that?
if they do notice it and mention it, we'll just say that they're being bigots. So none of them will ever admit that they noticed it.
You know a good name for a progressive superhero?
What's
Would be
that?
Gaslight.
I'm sorry. What was that?
A good name for a progressive Marvel superhero would be Gaslight.
Well, I mean,
Reminds me
they
of
had
Lamplighter from The Boys.
the boys. I mean,
Yeah.
they had Snowflake in Safe Space.
Ooh.
Man, I can't believe that condom. Jesus, Walton, that comic hasn't came out yet.
Versus Gaslight.
You want my condoms?
I'll never know what internet gas is. Are we done with that stuff? Can we get to the Mayor of Kingstown?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Give me a second.
It's
Did it
on
go
it's on
somewhere?
Paramount, bro.
No, I know that. I'm looking for the review page.
Yeah, right next to Star Trek Picard.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the last few episodes of Picard. Ryan, real quick, have you watched any of Picard?
I haven't watched the first 2 seasons. Their reputation precedes themselves, such as a flower destroying a Borg cube. As for the 3rd season, I've been reviewing it myself, as well as reviewing it as part of Loki's Mornings of Mischief's Week in Review shows every Friday. And, well, those episodes, the first, how many have there been? 4, are a lot better than the prior 2 seasons of Picard, but that's not saying much. I think it's a lot better than Discovery, but that's also not saying much. It's the best Star Trek I've seen in quite a while, but that's also not saying much, so it's just meh. It's okay to meh, in my view.
Okay.
Meh.
I've been I watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen the rest of them yet. I haven't had time, but I like seeing Worf. You know, I'm glad he's not a Klingork. It's like when you watch that, when you watch Kurtzman Trek and you're trying when you try to enjoy anything. It's a shame when you are thankful that there is something that resembles old Trek, like real Star Trek, and like seeing Worf without the Klingork makeup. It was like, yes, Worf, but still at the same time, like you're saying, you're basically striving to find something that reminds you of what it should have been. You know,
for every Worf moment, there's a Raffi moment, and it's god awful.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I don't think anybody else on the panel watches any Star Trek. I know,
Nope.
Matt. No Star Trek, Matt. None at all. What's your problem?
No. What? I get it. They're in space and they're boring.
It's about the future of humanity, Matt. All right. It is about a positive outlook. A person.
I don't know if you've been paying attention lately, but that is not the track we're on.
Well, that's not my Kurtzman.
No, I'm in the same boat as Ryan. I did
We're
not
trying to be the
watch
best people
seasons
that-
1 or 2 of Picard, but I have started watching season 3.
Yeah, we're hoping to watch season 3 also. Same thing this weekend when we catch up with Mandalorian. We only watched the first episode of Picard season 1 and absolutely hated it. So we have not done any more of season 1 or 2.
I
So
compare.
far, season 3 is only okay. Like that's what I've been getting out of it. Like it's not bad, but I'm not going to remember it in a week.
But I like comparing season 3 of Star Trek Picard to all the worst episodes of what I call the golden age of Star Trek. So for Next Generation, it would be Code of Honor. For DS9, it would be that god-awful Alan Moraine episode. For Voyager, it would be Threshold. And for Enterprise, it would be the first 2 seasons. and it's not as good as them. So, yeah.
Damn, you brought up Alamarine.
I think the name of the episode was "Move Along Home."
Move along home. Yep. You want to play a game? Yeah. A good, interesting quirk episode, but it involved everybody else. But I liked how it's. I love the Ferengi episodes. Those are my favorite. All right, I finally got the browser to cooperate. Thank you, guys. No, Ferengi.
Fergie is the what's that band called?
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. What are they do? Oh well, they put that freaking what's her name? Stacey Abrams in it. So yeah, that makes sense. Fergie, dude. Let me tell you. You know when Black Eyed Peas stopped being popular is when HD TV became more prevalent because then you could see her in HD. And you're like, oh no, that is an old woman.
That's meth. That's what meth does. Okay, Mad. That's what that is.
Well, Stacey Abrams ate most of the Federation. That's why it's confined to one planet.
Wow. Nice.
From over 8,000 light years worth of space, thousands upon thousands of planetary systems, and she ate all of them.
And this is
the people of Georgia did not elect her. So,
and this is the show that you're wanting. You're like, why aren't you watching it? I mean, they literally put in their favorite politician. Well, can you even call her a politician? She didn't win anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So far, her political career has consisted of nothing but losses.
Oh, I think she's actually the head of a new organization that is focused on something.
Did they elect her?
No.
Then it still doesn't count.
Is it focused on food, perchance?
Well, she was a state representative.
Oh, was she?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Alabama. Who cares?
Well,
It was Georgia. But
I mean, is there a difference?
Yeah, there's a difference.
Is there?
Machismo.
I've been to both, and there's a difference.
I mean, I've seen movies that took place in both places. Forrest Gump in North and the South. I don't know if that took place in Georgia or not, but the lie of the truth.
Okay. All right. Thank God. Yes, I finally caught up to you guys. Hi. Now, Ryan, I know you didn't get a chance to watch these episodes. You are welcome to bow out if you'd like to promote or stick around for the review.
It's perfectly fine. It's always nice to learn more about the popular culture that we have to witness, and it's good to know that people enjoy this show. But with seasons, folks, most of them they don't even reach double digits anymore. You're lucky to get a 10-episode season, because every episode is as long as a TV movie. But hopefully you all enjoyed this show.
I think it's only an hour.
Matt introduced me to, suggested the idea that we review something good every week, like a good TV show. This is what he asked me to take a look at, and this show is phenomenal. I am enjoying it. Characters are very realistic, and it's well written, well acted. Can't say enough good things about it, and really been enjoying watching this show. So,
and those in the chat that are watching with us, these were the last 2 episodes of season 1.
Yep.
So the season 2 that Slender loved is starting next week.
Mm-hmm. And these last 2 episodes were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If season 2 is as good as these were, Slender, I can't wait for season 2.
Season 2 does not disappoint.
All right.
Well, let's slide down. Let's get into it.
Let's get into this. All right. So let's see. The synopsis is Tracy has some good news for Kyle. Mike and Ira spend a peaceful day in the cabin, unaware of the trouble escalating back in town. A firefight breaks out as police raid Duke's hideout. They had cleaners in there cleaning up all the mess from when Mike went in there.
That's a fast acting little gang they got there. So I was impressed.
Did you see? Is his name Doug? The head SWAT guy? No, the head SWAT guy. Robert. Yeah,
the executioner.
Look, I meant to look this up, but he has some type of taser on the end of his suppressor, and tase the shit out of some dude. I'm like, dude, that's fucking cool.
That was
Anybody else see it?
badass, man.
I thought that was pretty cool, and I didn't know if he rigged something up with like
I don't know,
magnets or something, because that's definitely not standard issue.
Definitely handy though, because you know what I mean. You don't have to put down your weapon to try to get your taser out. Nah, you can just with the barrel. It's awesome.
And you'll never accidentally pull out your gun instead of your taser and shoot someone you meant to tase.
Oh well, fucking idiots, dude. Well, you keep it on the opposite side of your weapon.
Yep.
What I liked was that he doesn't always kill people, you know, like actually he does take prisoners.
No, Robert always kills people.
I'm actually, that was the only inconsistent part of this show was, he didn't kill him?
Because remember, wasn't the first time we saw him is when they were busted in some place and some guy had a woman in front of him going, "I'll shoot her, I'll shoot her." So Robert kills her first and then kills her.
You see, at the cabin, Mike makes breakfast with some eggs and measures flour for German pancakes. Like, dude, the whole time, like he's in there playing Betty Homemaker. I'm like, dude, run, get her out of there. Right. Satan's in your house.
I'm
what
like,
are you doing?
Squash the spider. Squash the spider.
Squash the spider. I was scared. Like in this episode, watching how Iris acted, I'm like, get out of there, dude. Get her out of there.
I don't trust her.
Mm-mm.
No, you don't. You don't think that she's a natural Black Widow, man.
I think the whole reason why she heads back to where she came from is because she cannot figure out Mike, and she can't manipulate him as easy as she does everyone else.
But she did try. The moves that she was pulling on him in the episode was genius. She probed everyone probed his defenses. When she said, "I can't eat in front of you," and he went outside because she knew that's what he liked, and so he went outside to give her that respect. So she came out to feed into that. I was like, wow, I've dated you. I know exactly what's going on here. Dude, get out! She's naturally manipulative, sly, cunning, and deceitful.
That's a little derivative. You could say she's a woman. She did everything but dance around and go, "Look at me, I'm broken. Whoa, don't you want to fix me?"
Well, she kind of did. It's either this episode or the next one when she says, "You have to watch me bathe," because then it takes all the sexuality away from it.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a good line.
Yeah.
That was don't look, and you know what? Don't look at me like I'm broken. Right? When he finally looked at her when she was in the tub, he finally took a look at her naked body, and she said, "Don't look at me like I'm broken." I was like, "Oh,
bitch, you're broken as shit."
Wow.
I mean, it's usually the women. They're trying to fix the bad boys, but I think Mike looks at her as something definitely that he can fix.
Yeah, there was another line that she said when she was saying, what'd she say? I've had 100 guys say that they would die for me, but I've never had one kill for me, and you just did it. I was just like, wow, dude, run. Please run. Please run. That's what I was screaming. I put that in the Wednesday chat because that was the moment when I put in the chat, dude, run. Iris, great, so well written interaction, and Mike's playing it like a heroic guy, like a good dude. He is trying to be respectful. He is, you know what I mean, and she's feeding right into it. I can't wait to see how bad she breaks him. I know this story, you know.
Yes, Iris is nasty. Chat.
Back in Kingstown, Kyle tries to. We know this scene when at breakfast when he tries to leave for breakfast and manipulate her mom's out there, just like, no, you will sit down because I have been working your wife's mind over to cause a wedge between you two. Just divorce her. Dude, that whole scene at breakfast when she's basically, you can tell that the mom is creating a wedge between those two, between Kyle and his wife, exasperating issues that those two need to work out, inserting herself into that situation, and then trying to make herself look like the hero. Master manipulator.
She's the worst.
Absolutely.
Dude, preach. Go ahead and speak on it, you guys, if you have any other comments.
She's the worst. She's a complete waste of screen time in runtime. I have no interest in anything that she does, and she whines so much. But Mike, can you check on him? He's expecting your call. Mike, did you check on whatever that kid is that tried to rob me?
Mad, I kid you not. I'm watching that
You broke up.
scene and I'm going, because this is how I broke your father, and all I could hear. No, I'm sorry, Slender. Did I cut you off, buddy?
No, we were losing you. I don't think anyone actually heard what you
Nope,
said.
not a thing. But
I'm
agree.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank
Repeat,
you.
Stephen. Repeat.
My bad, guys. When I was listening to the interaction between her and her son, I'm thinking to myself, like, she's saying that this is how I broke your father. All right, this is why he's not here anymore, and you're going to do the same thing to you.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get so far away from.
No, from a character perspective, though, like, what has she said or done that has pushed the plot along?
Nothing. I mean,
she could be cut. Like, she could be removed entirely from the story at the cutting room floor, and it would have no effect on anything.
I agree, because I expected more of the conversation between her and the inmate that stabbed the dumb guard.
That chicken head.
Yes.
Bark, bark.
Yeah.
Chicken head.
Yeah, that amounted to nothing too, just like everything else that she's involved in.
Oh.
She is literally an obstacle that everyone has to come through by either phone call or text. You know what I mean?
But she's not going to stop any of them.
No.
She's just going to mildly annoy them.
Let's see. Yeah, so Kyle rushes out of the house. Kyle recently missed the ultrasound, blah, blah, blah. Kyle suggests that they name their son Mitch. Mike checks in on Iris, who's like, "Oh, I gotta please do me a favor and cuddle with me while I sob." That seems like a good use of your time. Come on, scroll down. This is all dumb women stuff. Let's get to the guy shit. Steven.
I think we may have just straight
Stephen
lost
Walton.
Stephen.
Well,
Right,
then it's time to take over the show.
All right, so what happens after this?
Elsewhere, the prison guards review footage of the recent stabbing incident with the warden. The guards are convinced that the inmates are working together against the guards and suggest that this is a result of the warden legitimizing their complaints. While the warden agrees to move suspects to county, he refuses to put the prison on lockdown. The guards squabble among themselves about how much information on the guards' actions should be revealed to the warden, who is only a politician,
right,
and not on the front.
So here's the problem. I love that they're putting the blame on him for legitimizing them, but what it really is, it was that fucking deal that they made with them to kill the meth trailer guy.
Yeah, it all goes back to that. It's been building off that since it happened.
But for them to be like, "Oh, this fucking warden, what a dummy."
Well, I mean, and Mike warned them on top of everything. So even if they didn't think of it themselves, they were told, "You don't want to make this deal."
Even Bunny said they don't want to make the deal. He's like, we can milk that forever, right?
Duke said the same shit. So did the non-conscript Mexican gang guy in the Bloods. All of them were like, "Man, you sure you want to do this?" Like, I'm all for taking advantage, but this seems a little much. What's the catch?
Exactly. The guards go to collect the prisoners they suspect of murdering their colleague, beginning with P-Dog. The process of shackling the man is extensive, beginning with hands and feet, but ending with a gag and a netted hood. Meanwhile, Kyle and Ian arrive at the prison to oversee the transfer of Milo, handing over an abundance of weapons they brought with them, including brass knuckles. That whole scene was ridiculous. Would you really take someone who supposedly as cunning of a criminal as Milo and have him just sitting on a bench, nobody watching him?
Yeah, what was
he
doing there?
Well, I have no idea.
He set himself up to be there.
I mean, I guess I don't know what kind of detail he's on because he's not helping mop anything. He's just sitting there.
No,
Also,
Exactly.
but we
I
know
think-
Milo is like a mastermind. Like we
Yeah.
know he has
Mhm.
access to all the things he's not supposed to have access to. Like I think he may have set it up so that he was in that room at that time because he knew what was going down.
maybe.
Well, Kyle and Ian were supposed to pick him up, so he should have been somewhere near where transfers happen.
Oh, they
I
were
think
picking up Milo.
Yes, they were picking up Milo.
Okay, so it makes sense why he was there, but it doesn't make sense why he's not handcuffed to a bench.
Exactly, because some other inmate was being transferred somewhere,
wait,
and then
no,
he
he
and
was-
the buddies.
He was handcuffed to the bench, remember? Because he had to have P-Dog or someone,
Oh.
had
Well,
someone
yeah.
to unhandcuff him.
I think you're right.
Never mind. So it tracks. Now, my favorite was the brass knuckles, and the guy's like, wait, what the fuck? It's rough out there. It's rough. I get brass knuckles. Wait until you see what's in my socks. So yeah, so they're there to pick him up.
Yeah,
And-
so I don't know why the other guy was there also to transfer. And why do you have guys mopping up doing maintenance time at the same time you're opening and closing all these doors and transferring?
I think it goes back to the
Okay.
idea of them getting lackadaisical and complacent because they think that they have such control and they have so much authority that the whole reason they got in this mess is because they overestimated their power over these guys and they forgot who
Arrogant.
actually is in charge.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, they have these guys mopping them because these are the ones that are the good behavior guys, you know? They don't think they're going to do anything.
Suppose that's true.
Well, hopefully you guys and gals can keep talking about the highlights of episode 9 and then onwards into episode 10 because we've lost the host of the show, folks. Hopefully
Yeah,
it
that's why
comes
we're
back.
still going. That's why we're just going on.
Good. Yeah, this reminds me of when Az was on Midnight's Edge and the main host had disconnected, I think, as a result of a storm, and Az had to hold the fort for 90 minutes. So
Oh,
hopefully
wow.
you guys have a great conversation. I'll stay around and listen and learn because this sounds like a great show. I can't wait to binge watch it.
Yes, it's
So-
very, very good.
Yeah. So what's next, Tina?
Miriam, your favorite character, takes a meeting about the woman who stabbed a guard recently. The cops think that she's lying about claiming self-defense and have asked Miriam to have a compassionate conversation with the inmate to see if she can identify any inconsistencies or get her to share any additional information.
Why?
Miriam, I have no idea. Miriam
Also, every
initially
time you say her name, I have to like, who the fuck is Miriam?
Miriam initially hesitates, unwilling to doubt the woman's testimony or risk the relationship she has established with the inmates, but eventually
What?
agrees. Yeah, she's that whole believe all women BS person. So
Which
she
is
doesn't have
ridiculous
any involvement.
because up until this point, she was always portrayed as really jaded and cynical. But they just really want her to side with the prisoner in this particular circumstance. Like she has no consistency in her behavior, even.
She's still jaded, but it's against the white man.
Yeah, yeah. She loves the prisoners; they're the best.
I mean, does
How
she
very
realize that
progressive.
means her boys are her enemy in a sense?
I don't think she likes them.
No, she hates her kids.
Yeah, she certainly
we've
does
already
not like
figured
Mike.
that out.
Yeah,
She liked the one that's dead.
Which doesn't make sense because he was
dead.
the one that Mike worked for.
and also he's dead. So why is he your favorite, dum dum?
That's true. Very, very true. So, we have any more thoughts on Miriam?
No.
We, all right, let's go back to the boys picking up Milo. They are stopped in the same room as the shackled P-Dog. That's who the other guy was that was sitting there. And a number of custodial workers appear to be friends of the inmate. Before the cops have a chance to grab their target and get out of there, the inmates go on the offensive. They beat the cops and guards, tasing them and using pepper spray while Milo looks on. As P-Dog goes to leave, Milo helps him identify which key to use, but suggests that they open the weapons locker to arm their escape. And of course, Milo will help them with that if they uncuff him.
Y'all keep going. I was trying to get a hold of Grant so he can come in and stop the stream when we're done.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that is a good contingency to have because I don't think we can ad lib for for hours on end. I can try. I can have a special episode of reality based where we go through all of your origins as a creator. But
I think we'll just keep doing what we're doing. But that's a good idea. Keep that in the
yes,
pocket.
just in case we can't connect to everyone, because folks, I'm telling you, it's 2:10 in the morning in the United Kingdom.
If
but
you
I
need
am
to
a
get
night
going,
owl.
you can go.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm perfectly okay just being here and listening to you guys talk about this great show. So please continue.
Alrighty. Should I read some more there, Matt?
Yeah,
while
of course.
you're, okay.
Yeah, where are we at? Yeah, so they're taking over, and they never show it. They don't say it during this, but apparently they were using the guards' billy clubs on them,
Yes.
but
yes,
not
yes, yes.
appropriately, not the way it was meant to be used.
Season 2 spoilers.
How?
Oh.
It's
We don't
just a
find out
line
about
that
that
said.
until season 2.
I mean, it makes sense though.
It definitely makes sense, and I mean,
Yeah.
we have just reached the point in episode 9 where the shit has hit the fan.
Yeah, and it's
It's
crazy.
now official.
Cal and man, what's his name? The bald guy.
Ian.
Ian, yeah, they've been sprayed. They're blind. They get a couple guns, and now they're trying to hide until this shit is over because it's done. And you have the head guard guy, who's an idiot, arming everybody up. And when they try to go into the hallway to try to take back control, they get pushed back immediately. They have no idea what they're doing. They are overwhelmed in every way possible.
Even the riot gear doesn't really help.
Nothing.
Because there's just overwhelming numbers.
Yep.
Yep. Milo goes and hides in a stairwell for a little while everybody starts shooting everybody in close quarters. And meanwhile, the rushing hordes of freed inmates make easy work of the riot geared guards. As we said, Kyle and Ian get up from their beatings. Ian pours Red Bull into Kyle's hand so he can wash the pepper spray out of his eyes. And the two move deeper.
Give him wings.
And the two move deeper inside the prison to find a place to hide. One guard looks onto the yard from the tower as it's overturned by inmates, seemingly the only one effective at suppressing the rising tide of aggression.
Oh,
so that
is the
was
cuckoo
our
banana
friend.
guy.
Yes, that is our friend with the crazy wife and dependent.
Fatata son. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I think about his arc throughout this whole thing. Kind of combining 9 and 10 here because time, but he so he's the only one that's really making a difference from up top. And then when the National Guard get there and they're like, "Hey guy, you're done, go ahead and leave," he's like, "I can't leave my post, plus I don't want to go home to that bitch." And they're like, "No, just put your gun down, you're done." And then this motherfucker tries to, I don't know what, fight the National Guard, and they're like, "Fuck off."
It was a bit of a weird conclusion to that arc.
Right?
Like, I wouldn't say it was inconsistent with his character because we didn't know his character well enough to care. Like, we got a couple scenes with him, and they were decent scenes. There was good development there, but it was very abruptly ended. Almost like they were planning on doing something with him, and then they changed their mind.
Yeah, there's stuff that they left on the cutting room floor for a time.
Yeah.
Because he just felt like he went nowhere.
Yeah, I expected another scene of maybe, them trying to tell him, as in prior to the National Guard arriving, him saying that, hey, he's up in the tower, but he's all by himself, and them telling him to stand down and not do anything, and you having some type of a buildup of the tension.
Yeah, maybe masturbate in the shower again. Who knows what kind of scene we could have.
Yeah, something.
Wow. My goodness.
I'm going to choose to skip our Miriam paragraph because it's just her whining about the system sucks, women are awesome, and blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
Kyle and Ian make their way into what appears to be the sewer passages. They find a group of inmates hiding in the same place, afraid of retribution from other inmates now that they have guns to settle old scores. I don't think that's true. I think it was all the Fredos that were
Yeah,
hiding.
you're 100% right, because I think it even gets brought up
Okay.
in the show. Yeah, they're like, no, these guys, because that there's not a lot of nice things about prison, but one thing that you not bring you hope, but one thing like, well, people are still people. Everyone hates those guys.
Yep.
There is no love for them.
Yep. And then our last talk about Miriam is that she and the rest of the staff are evacuated from the women's prison as a result of the riot. And she stands outside looking onto the prison. An explosion rocks the building. And then the last paragraph is just Mike doesn't know what the hell's going on because he's still back at the cabin with Iris.
Ian.
Iris.
Yeah. Sorry.
With Ian. No, that's Kyle. Mike's with the chick, and she does the whole, look at me, don't look at me like I'm damaged, but look at me so you can see my naked body, blah, blah, blah stuff. And Mike asks what they're doing there. She says they're not doing anything, clearly meaning that even if she feels that she owes Mike, that this debt won't be paid for with sex. A sense of calm camaraderie between the two as Mike puts his arm around Iris's shoulder while she leans against him. And that is
gay. Moving on to the 10th episode,
I think that was what was supposed to happen. I think Milo wanted Mike as far away from that prison as possible when shit popped off, and Iris was used specifically for that purpose.
No, because there would be too many things that he would have to know. He would have to know about the deal to kill the meth head that is the catalyst for this entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he never interacted with them to, he never whispered in the air, boy, sure would suck if they didn't follow through on their deal. What would you do?
Mm-hmm.
I think he is just taking advantage of the opportunity that is presenting itself.
I don't know. He seems like a Moriarty type to me. He's like too freaking smart.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how he gets out of here, though. And I like how he's trying to find a uniform to sneak out. He finds a smaller one. He's like, oh, this was too small.
It's funny that he keeps looking. I know. I just thought it was like, okay, get the, go. But I mean, his attention to detail is probably why he's so cunning.
And that's why he knows what keys work. So I can't remember how the 10th, how it opens. Mike finally gets going back to town.
Yes, and he returns to the area of cell service. He discovers his phone is full of messages from his work and family. After turning on the radio to find out about the prison riot and trapped guards, Mike speaks with his mother, who is worried about Kyle not returning. Reading from a note. I don't know what that means. Carlos tells Mike that the inmates are looking for dignity. So that means he must have gotten in touch with him. Mike knows that Carlos's language. Oh, that's right. This is when Carlos starts reading off the piece of paper.
Yeah.
And whatever Milo wrote down for him.
We like trapped dogs in here, man. Dogs have more rights than us.
So when Mike arrives, Carlo arranges for Mike to meet with the guy in charge in the prison yard. When Mike worries that he won't be let in, Carlos tells Mike to watch the yard and gives an order to have one of the restrained guards executed to prove a point over who's in charge.
And they killed that head guard guy, right?
Yes.
The head guard, I think, is later.
Well, the head guard, I don't think he was the head guard yet at that point.
No, the first one that was executed, I don't think was the head guard.
It's the guy with the black hair that met Mike at the boat, and he's like, I said near the dock, not on the boat.
No, he doesn't get killed till toward the end of the episode.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, because once the head guard gets killed, that's when like total war breaks out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, the police get cell service back online, and Kyle is able to text Mike to let his brother know that he's alive so that they can track his position. With surveillance technology and information from Kyle and Ian themselves, the police are able to pull together a SWAT team with a plan to extricate him.
That is not what happened. Robert went in there swinging that big old dick of his. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You're fucking up everything. Who turned off the cell phone service? You fucking idiots. They did not give him permission to do what he did. He just went and did it.
Yeah, and well, I love the way he did it, though.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
mean, it was awesome. They take their whatever they call the vehicle that
the
all
van
the SWAT
thing,
team
yeah.
comes in. Yeah, and they park it right over the sewer cover, and then they just kind of go through the bottom of the vehicle straight down into the sewers, and
Hell
this way,
yeah.
and nobody even knows that they've entered the
No,
prison at that point.
I love the one dude that thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna bring the saw, the squad automatic weapon, the 249 fully auto belt fed mag. I'm gonna bring this along.
I mean, considering what they were up against, it's a good option to have.
Yeah.
Just in case you need to make sure that no one comes around that corner.
Nope. And he did not bring his taser suppressor with him this time. He wasn't tasing it.
I don't think he was planning to have any close contact with anyone. He was just...
They were not using any intermediate controls. It was deadly force was fully authorized.
Well, by Robert.
That's true. Because that becomes a season 2 issue later. So after making contact with the inmates, the prisoners asked to speak with Mike, who serves as an inmate advocate. Prisoner Carlos Jimenez tells Mike that it doesn't feel like a riot, but a revolution, and that everyone on the inside wants to play this out. Mike tells him that all they can expect is an army of Humvees and guns to take them all out. Carlos tells Mike to watch the yard, where the prisoners have brought out a number of men covered in sheets. And when they pull the sheets away, they reveal the still living but mangled guards have been tied to structures built out of bed frames and put on display.
Oh, a hostage situation.
Oh, plenty of hostages. Reading from a note, Carlos tells Mike that the inmates are looking for dignity. Mike knows this isn't Carlos's language and asks who's really in charge. Carlos arranges for Mike to meet with the guy in charge in the prison yard. Mike worries that he won't. Yes. When Mike worries that he won't be let in, Carlos tells Mike to watch the yard and gives an order to have one of the restrained guards executed to prove a point about who's in charge.
By the way, I really like P-Dog in this role. I think the actor is fantastic. You know, because he's still charismatic enough to where you like him, but he is seditious and methodical in the way that he will go about doing what he does, you know. And he has a solid complaint. What with them, you know, shitting on his tray and giving it to him to eat.
Do they shit in his cup? Like, they gave him a cup full of shit.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I can see how he may be upset.
I do got to agree with you that he had that charisma, because when he finally is about to execute the head of the guards, like, you as the viewer are just like, don't do it, man. Don't do this. This is gonna end badly, because you don't want him to do it, because you know what's gonna happen if he does it, and he knows what's gonna happen if he does it.
He has no intention of ever being back in that prison.
Nope.
Yep. Now, is it logical in any way in real life that they would have let someone like Mike go into the prison?
I mean, man, you'd have to have it if they're starting to kill the hostages, maybe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures, and it's great to see Stephen is back in one way, shape, or form.
I would say if they did let him go in, it would not be without an armed escort.
Yeah. So anyway,
I thought that was kind of weird, considering he's not officially like a negotiator for any of the response teams that are there. Exactly. I mean, and at this point, he's on the payroll. He's on the Fed payroll, but I don't think he's on the local department payroll as of yet. Anyway, The SWAT team prepares to head into the sewers beneath the prison to extract Mike and Ian. I think they meant Kyle and Ian. Mike tells the police that he thinks the prisoners are after payback. Meanwhile, Milo breaks into the guards' lockers. We heard about that, finds a uniform. As the prisoners pass, calling out for them, Kyle hyperventilates and gives away their position. As the prisoners train their guns on the pair of detectives, the SWAT team fires and takes out the inmates. Because instead of leading the injured and traumatized men out of the prison, Robert leads them deeper into the prison, telling the pair that if they don't face the inmates now, they'll regret it.
That is a alpha Chad fucking move. Like, no, we're not letting you leave. You need to come with us and get payback. Like, really?
If you leave now, you'll feel like a bitch forever. Get in there and kill some motherfuckers.
It really, that just ended up with Ian dragging along Cal as he hyperventilates for the entire trip.
What a like, youngest child's mama's boy, response to the whole situation.
But it's not as if he isn't capable or if he has that venom. You see it in the second season when he has to use his firearm without hesitation.
He's good.
Yeah.
And he's got good training and he knows what he's doing.
This may just be too overwhelming. And then that OC still fucking with him too, that pepper spray.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because anyone who thinks you just washed your eyes out and you're good, no, you will live with that shit for the next 12 hours.
Well, so for me though, I'm not affected until I start hitting the water. Once I hit the water, it's bitch mode. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me. Like my eyes burned, and then when I went to the first station in the takedown, as soon as I had to speak, I breathed it in.
Oh yeah.
And that's when it hit me. I had to stop and recoup and everything. And and then when you're taking a shower the next day, you'll reflash because that stuff crystallizes on your skin.
Yep.
Well, my only law enforcement experience was campus police in college. And I had spent an entire shift, 12:30 to 6:30 a.m., having the worst allergies I ever had in my entire life, and this was probably 1992. Okay, and I just don't get it. So we're sitting down, we're ready to do a shift change in the morning, and I'm just complaining about how no matter what I do, I swear if I rub my eyes, it gets worse. But I've been taking Benadryl, whatever I do, I can't get better. Blah, blah, blah. So I stand up, and the office chair behind me has got this huge wet patch all around, all in the back. As everybody starts laughing, because obviously my can of mace had been leaking for the entire 6-hour shift. So we go ahead and take a look at the can, figuring we got to, write it up so that, the sergeant can deal with it later on the day. And it shows that this was 1992. The mace expired in 1980.
Wow. Dude, RLT one time, it was a weeknight, so we were just sitting in a parking lot bullshitting, and he was resting his arms on his duty belt like everybody does, but his hand was on top of the OC, and it went off and got on his hands, right? So he goes to a gas station, washes his hands or whatever, and later on that night he went to the gas station again to get coffee and to piss. He instantly realized that he did not wash his hands good enough, and I'm sitting there quote unquote running radar. I was watching Netflix anyway on my tablet, and I see him flying past, and I get on a talk around channel. I'm like, hey man, did I miss a call? And he's like, no, I'm fine. He had to go back to the station to get in the locker room to shower because he got it all over his dick. It was in so much pain.
Oh,
yeah. Also, Handy Randy, this is when when we did the OC course or whatever, you got to go to the different stations. This bag you got to kick. This bag you got to do that. I think, Ian, you got to talk a guy down at gunpoint and put him in handcuffs, right? And Randy goes up to him, and he looks at the gun, and he looks at the guy, and he looks at his gun because and he sprayed and this fucking with him, and he doesn't know what to do, and he has a baby hand, so he only has one good hand, so he decides to throw the gun behind him. It's a red gun, but he throws it behind him so that he could handcuff this dude. And the fucking instructor was like, what the fuck did you just do? It did not go well for him. But yeah, man, that OC will fuck you up. Mm-hmm. We used to always, whenever we sprayed guys, we'd have the paramedics come out, and they would get a an IV bag with the nose, the tube that they put in your nose, right? And they would flip it to where it would wash out their eyes, and you'd tell them, bro, you're gonna want to lean your head back because that's just gonna run it all down to your junkie. Fine, I'm fine. And then by the time they're back in the cell, they're like, man, my balls are on fire. I wonder why.
Ugh, not fun, not fun.
Oof.
So we're back at the cabin
Yep.
now, folks.
Oh,
The bear that's been troubling. Okay. At Duke's house, 2 officers investigate the scene of Mike's recent rampage. That's when he shot up the Aryan gang.
yeah, the AB. Yeah.
Yep. They uncover a phone with a call to Mike right when the shots fired. A call came to the police. Well, they say they'll just ask Mike about what happened. One agent throws the phone into a bathtub full of acid where the other evidence is being burned away.
Dude, that is a bro move right there.
That is a bro move.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mike prepares to take his meeting with the inmate population, and his entrance is televised, letting his mother know exactly what danger he's put himself in. The inmates direct him past the burning mattresses and hanging guards to the riot's leader, who is P-Dog. The National Guard tries to keep watch from the walls, but lose visuals on Mike as he disappears into the crowd. The final remaining armed guard then makes an appearance, and the National Guard beats him up to relieve him of duty. I thought they just shot him up. I don't remember them beating him.
Oh.
What? Oh, the weirdo?
Yeah, I thought
it was the
shot him.
weirdo.
Yeah.
They
No.
told him to leave and he refused, and I think he eventually got like beat up. Like they
Yeah, because he
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
fucking.
checked him and threw his gun away.
Oh, gotcha. For some reason,
the
I thought they
side,
shot
yeah.
him.
Well, they do, because then when he gets back up, he's like, I'm in. This is my post," and then starts shooting at them, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And they fucking they put him down.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
All right. Well, P-Dog reveals that the animosity brewing among the inmates that led to the riot all started with their mistreatment after they killed the child molester for the guards. When Mike asks what will happen with the guards, P-Dog tells them that the guards are the worst criminals in here before executing one of them. I think they're now up to like at least a half a dozen, because they have ones we didn't see that were hung
Yeah.
off screen, as well as the ones they've shot. The National Guard on the walls then opened fire on the inmates, killing P-Dog and forcing Mike to take cover.
Man, dude, do you know how scary it would have to be under a bench, right?
Mhm.
And there's just bullets just hitting all around you.
Mhm.
I mean,
And they're
at any
pinging
moment,
off
one
of
those-
everything.
Yeah.
The metal, the concrete, everything.
Yeah, I mean, and you can get hit at any moment by a ricochet. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking scary.
Must be terrifying in such a situation where life and death are literally inches away. And it's good to see Scott is keeping an eye on the stream, and I think we've had a great show so far. And longer it goes on, the better, in my view. So
It's not going to
please.
be that much more. We're
Yep, we
trying
just
to-
have 3 short paragraphs left. The SWAT
Go
team
ahead.
enters the prison proper and makes short work of everyone they encounter. Yeah, no kidding. Robert shoots everyone.
everyone.
Oh,
But
they
even,
just rip through them. Armed or
Oh.
not, doesn't matter. Everybody's
yep, if they weren't in their cell, they're dead.
yep.
Yeah.
But even as they meet with success in quelling the riot inside the walls, the last remaining prison guard on the walls decides to take retribution, and that's when the National Guards finally
Put him down,
shoot
yeah.
him. The National Guard enters the prison walls and starts handcuffing any prisoner who remains alive. Milo takes this opportunity to bring an injured victim to the guardsmen while in his prison guard uniform, distracting the people in charge and using his disguise to finally escape. Mike and Kyle are finally reunited in the yard. They hug for a while before Mike tells him that they should save the rest of their reunion for later, apparently trying not to show vulnerability in public.
No, I think he was trying to be strong for his brother, because
I
his
thought
brother
so,
was a
too.
mess. Yeah, it wasn't like
Yeah, that makes a hell of a lot more sense
Yeah.
than trying not to show vulnerability in public.
yeah, hey bro, we
Okay.
can't let other people see we have feelings. Wait,
Agreed.
what?
And
No.
It's like, hey, my bro's all fucked up. I got to put on a strong fucking air so
Yeah.
that he can rely on something.
yeah, I think he'd be hugging everybody, But after reuniting with his mom on the outside, Mike returns to Iris and his cabin. Crouched on the floor and still brandishing a knife, she tells him that was what. Bleh. She tells him that what was taken from her, she can never get back, and that she can't ever be whole again after
Bitch, there's
her
more important
assault.
things coming on. There's more important things going on right now. Are you kidding me?
Mike relates to this even when Iris says that the only options are to live with the part of you that's missing or finish what was started. End of season.
Yeah, I mean,
Also, dumb things that woman said. Just add that to the list. Those are the only options, huh? The only ones? Fuck off.
Agreed.
It's a great first season. In the second season, there's fallout from a lot of this.
Absolutely.
And Mike trying to keep shit together. Yeah. And then for some reasons, like, oh, Irish, where is she? Man, dude.
Honestly, as soon as she disappeared, he should have been like, damn, man,
right?
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah. I can't wait till we can talk about the second season, because there's a lot of good shit in there. Like Mike's day off where he just disappears.
Oh, God, that was crazy.
Fucking them letting pit bulls into a car.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that was disgusting, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That scene was fucking gruesome. Although I did love the way Ian handled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wait for animal control. I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway,
but
all right.
well, Scott is in the chat. Maybe he can tell us whether we are doing season 2, episodes 1 and 2 next week, or if we will spend the whole time with our special guest.
I don't know if you are, but I will be. I don't know who's made the cut.
I made the cut, so Nana Boo Boo.
Oh shit! All right then. Well, yeah, I don't know if
I
it's
don't think
next
I
week
made
or
the
not.
cut.
I don't think you did either.
Well, I got to check out the first season before I check out the second season. The way you guys have, and gals, because there's a fine gal in the panel as well. The way you guys and gals have described this show, I'm going to binge watch the first season. I'll blitz through it, as it were, and then catch up with you with the second season, because fingers crossed we can get plenty of seasons of this fine show.
What
yes,
episode
our only
are we
worry is we just finished episodes 9 and 10, so that was the end of the first season.
Second season. Where are they at?
Second season. Oh, hang on a second. It'll be in my little
yeah, I can't remember.
sheet here.
Like 8 deep now.
Peace in the Valley, which was on Sunday, was number 9.
Oh, so that was the penultimate then.
Yeah. There should be only one episode left of the season.
Cool.
And what they're going to do post a snowplow going forward, I find it
He's
very
already
interesting.
working out.
Good.
They may lean on Cal's character a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And
that would also,
I liked him and Bunny.
Oh, absolutely, and that would add up the animosity with the mom as it gets closer and closer to his son being born.
Oh, you talking about his baby mama? I thought you were talking about his mom.
No, the baby mama.
Oh, I no clue what her name is.
Does
Selena?
she have a name?
She has a name. It's Teresa.
Oh,
Tracy, something like that.
Sure. All right. Well, I guess we're done here. We'll get out of here so Steven can do it.
Yes, her name is Tracy.
Well, I will say, ladies and gentlemen, because when it comes to situations like this, what we need is a good, solid conclusion. Thank you all very much for watching. If you haven't already...
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Why are you doing the outro?
Well...
You're not even doing it right.
I don't know your outro, so
but you jumped in. Well, as we always say here on the Wednesday Mad Dump, we don't see you back here. We'll see you way up there. Say goodbye to my wife. I'll say hello to yours. You're not being beamed up. You're being beamed down. If you can't be salacious, be delicious. So go ahead and buckle back up.
Why do you always say salacious? It's savory.
Well, anyway.
You can't even get your own outro right.
That's part of it. That's gonna do it. Our little meow meows. Mad is the Mad King, and then usually my theme song hits.
Well, did you want to let Ryan at least promote his channel and
yeah,
other
go
stuff
ahead.
he might be working on?
Well, I've had a great time here on Sporking News Network, as I like to call it. But I hope to talk to all you wonderful people again. And I had a great time, and so much the better. If you want to find more about me and what I do, just type in Ryan Roger Athe on YouTube or Twitter, and I'm sure you'll find me, folks. It's one of the most unique names on the internet, although most people find it difficult to get my last name right for some reason. Oh well, thank you all very much for watching, and have a great day.
Not done yet. Slender?
I mean, you know where to find me. You find me here. You'll find me on the Ascendant Art Podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern on Friday nights. And I think somebody in the comments apparently realized I was doing some gameplay streams on my own channel, because that got linked as well. So
I'm subscribed. Didn't hit the bell yet, though. Waiting on you to play something worth it.
okay, well, I mean, once I figure out what I want to do with that channel, maybe I'll play something that's worth it.
And Tina.
Alrighty, when I'm not hanging out with this awesome crew on Wednesday nights, I spend my time with the Rogue Entertainment crew on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Benny Arts channels on Friday and Sunday, and author Stephen Walton's channel on Saturday night.
Yeah, I'll have a new Movies with Matt coming out soon. We did one last night. To my shock, we did a double date thing with Mary and Andrew. Mary actually loved the movie that we watched called My Demon Lover. So she started getting mad because we were talking over it because he liked it so much. I told her to piss off. It's in the recording. No, we had fun though. But I'll have that out soon. That's it. All right. Oh, and Steven says, buy his gay condoms. If you don't buy his condoms, you're not gay.
And then Brahmable says something about movies with Mad.
Yeah, it's the best.
Oh, okay.
Mad is the Mad King. YouTuber. Steven, are you going to end it? Do I have to type it in? Steven. End the stream.
Bye for now, folks. Oh no, Stephen's gone.
How did he mess that up?
Oh.
I feel like we're still here.
Oh, we are. He, instead of ending